The green arrows on the air. Broadcasting live.
The Green Arrow Show.
From Plano Way.
Shivery timbers.
Splice the main brace.
Good evening, folks.
Welcome aboard.
Okay, guys, here we are. 7 p.m., 10th of August. Waiting for Mr. James Dowson. Better known, well, how would you describe James Dowson? I've met him a couple of times. One hell of a character. Reminds me of Sir John Falstaff out of Shakespeare. Super bright guy. Super bright guy. Well, it's a little bit early yet. We got a Helen in, Veterinary Templar. I'm going to send Jim a link via WhatsApp so that nobody else can butt in and ruin the stream. So just bear with me. I'll play a song whilst we wait for a few others to come. Stand by.
Across the valleys.
From Plano, Wales.
The green arrows on the air. Broadcasting live. The Green Arrow Show.
Oh, the morning
From
show.
Plano, Wales.
Yeah.
Shiver me timbers.
All hands on deck.
Steady as she goes. Good morning, folks. Welcome aboard. Across the valley.
From Plano, Wales.
Thanks for tuning in today. Until we meet again.
Farewell.
And following seas.
Steady as she goes.
Safe journey home.
This has been
The Green Arrow Show.
from Plano, Wales.
Until next time.
Goodbye for now.
Thanks for tuning in, folks. It's been a pleasure having you aboard. Until next time, take care of yourselves. Fair winds and goodbye for now.
We will get there, guys. We will get there. You've got to excuse me. I've been really busy today, out getting things done. Some personal problems. Somebody had an accident in the family. Freedom Dad is in the room, be upstanding. One of the best citizen journalists out there, a much maligned man indeed. With a bit of luck, after I've spoken to Jim Dowson, with a bit of luck, perhaps Freedom Dad would kindly come up to the mic and tell us a bit about what's been happening in a place close to my heart, Ulster, Northern Ireland. Yeah. Boy, if you want to see a patriot take stick, look no further than Freedom Dad. He takes more stick than any of us put together. That guy is in real danger all the time. What's that poem by Kipling? Was it Kipling? Gunga Din? You're a better man than me, Gunga Din. And Freedom Dad's a better man than I. Yeah. I'm just waiting now to see if Jim shows up. I've sent him a link. And, oh, right. Okay, understood. Well, I'm not sure where James says. I'm just wondering, Freedom Dad, if you'd like to come up to the mic and give a brief talk whilst we wait for Jim Dowson. Would you like to do that, Freedom Dad? Have we got any of our moderators in here? Any? No. That's not good, is it? That's not good at all. Ellen, can you go over to the room and ask remind the moderators that we got a show on? There's Kev K57. He's decided to reveal himself. Okay, I'm going to post a link here, Freedom Dad, and Kev K57 will moderate. Yeah, just checking a message on the watch. Paste. Here you go, Freedom Dad. Always good to see you. Link is up. those of you, I did a live stream earlier on of some footage driving over the mountains from Abergavenny to where I live. There's a lot of mountains on fire. Pretty bad in some of the places. Not too bad up here now. Wind has dispersed most of it. Well, changed direction. Just waiting for Freedom Dad. The link is up there, Freedom Dad. He's probably having a shave, putting on his cologne. Freedom Dad likes to look good for the ladies. He really does. Here he is. There's Freedom Dad.
Okay, mate. How are we doing, Chad? Hope you're all good. I'm looking forward to this tonight, mate.
Yeah, so am I.
I'm looking forward to this.
No, not like Jim to be late, is there? Not like Jim. Anyway, before we talk about Jim, more important, we talk about you, Freedom Dad. I see you've been getting more stick in the press in Ulster again. They really got it in for you.
Yeah, they do indeed.
What's that all about?
Mate, it's just non-stop. It's just trying to make sure nobody follows in my footsteps.
Nobody could follow in your footsteps, Freedom Dad. Not even James Dowson could follow in your footsteps.
Oh, don't say that, man. I'm following his footsteps.
And I'm following in yours. We're following each other around in circles, Freedom Dad.
Well, that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Is we learn from each other, and I'm able to do what I do because of men like you. You know what I mean? And Jim and other patriots have been doing this for a very long time. You know that we've been watching for a very long time, and that's just the way it is. You know what I mean? There's no college or university you go to learn about the far right.
No, it's the school of hard knocks, Freedom Dad. It's the school of very hard knocks. You know that. Listen, I'll ask you this before it slips out of my mind. You know that I'm old and senile now, so I forget things quickly. What's this in the press I read about the new IRA threatening to have a pop at the immigrants?
Mate, I don't know, mate. Of course, there's no truth in it, man. It you know, YouTubers and TikTokers, you know, it gets views, mate. It gets views. Let's be realistic about this. You know what I mean? We're talking about the IRA, real IRA, whoever. These are guys that have got more Palestinian flags in their areas than Irish flags. These are guys who support Hamas and the PLO and Islam. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you really think that these socialists, you know, are going to be turning against mass immigration, then you need to be really stupid. I know it sounds good, and you wonder, well, Ireland's being replaced. You know, the only people doing about this is the patriots. You know, not the paramilitaries, and neither side. You know what I mean? You know, especially the Republican side, because of their romanticism with the PLO, and it's absolutely ridiculous. It's ridiculous for all us to watch all these YouTubers putting these videos out because of one article in the Daily Mail, and it all started with one guy who put a Facebook up over a week ago. You know, I know the guy, and you know, I've tried to reach out to him, and you know, it is what it is, mate. You know what I mean? But the reality of it all is, mate, you know, they're quite happy to use foreigners to win the vote, to get the Brits out of Northern Ireland, no matter what price. You know what I mean? These guys that are running the show in the Republican movement today are still the old timers. You know what I mean? And you know, they're desperate. You know, they've been failed by Sinn Féin, they've been failed by Jerry Adams, they've been failed by Mark McGuinness. They're being failed by the NLA. The steel's full of them. You know, they can't move, they can't operate. You know what I mean? You know, the intelligence service is second to none right now. And, you know, they can't even keep their own conflict up against us. You know, this is why we're at ceasefires. You know what I mean? They're hardly going to be able to do anything else right now without the security services knowing about it. So the reality of it all is the only men and women who are going to be doing it is the men on the streets, the patriots. Yeah. You know what I mean?
I did wonder. I did wonder when I saw it. I thought, well, this seems strange because I know that the Republicans and the IRA/INLA, they've got it in for you because you've been trying to bring peace between the Catholics and the Protestants. And I thought, well, actually, that doesn't sound very much like the people that you speak about. I can understand why they would identify with the PLO because they were real, genuine terrorist Marxist organizations. People seem to forget about the PLO blowing up the airliners, shooting the passengers and dumping them onto the tarmac of runways.
And Gaddafi as well. You know what I mean? With Lockerbie. You know what I mean? So Yeah, these are the type of countries and men around the world that supplied the IRA with weapons and Semtex to cause havoc and take the lives of innocents on both sides of the community and the security services of Northern Ireland and the British forces.
Yeah, it does seem, doesn't it, that the Republicans would welcome everyone from the third world into their countries, but
well, this is the way. Listen,
out.
it's like at the end of the day, it's you look at places like Galway and Donegal and Dublin and Limerick and all these places. It's a wee bit late, If the IRA were going to do something, I think they should have done it a wee while ago. You know what I mean? What are they going to do? Start shooting and taking out hundreds of thousands of foreign nationals? It's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous for anybody to even go along that line. And anybody that's putting stuff out right now that's buying into this or simply buying into their bank balance and getting views for their YouTube to make money. You know what I mean? And they know deep down that it's a fantasy. It's a fantasy.
It could also, Freedom Dad, be now. As you know, I've got no time for the IRA. I don't hate them the way I hated them in the past, in the same way you no longer hate them.
Yeah.
But there are people out there in the UK, if you like, you can call it wishful thinking. They would like this to be true. They would like to think that there is a unity between the loyalists and the Republicans in facing a common enemy and to drive them out of their land by any means possible.
Yeah. Like I say, I'm not saying it's not possible in the future. All I'm saying is, I believe for Southern Ireland, it's a bit late. You know what I mean? It's a wee bit late. These things. And this is just because we're starting to see the result of mass immigration and the damage it's doing to a beautiful country like Ireland. People constantly say to me, "Why aren't the IRA doing something? Why this is the IRA? This is Ireland. The freedom fighters. Why would they let this happen? But this has been going on for years. You know what I mean? They've got a quota to fill. There's more and more coming in every year. You know what I mean? It's like, where have you been for the last 10 years? Why do you think all of a sudden now, when they're overrun, that the IRA are even going to be able to do anything about it? The only chance, the only people who have any chance right now is Ulster, the 6 counties, and that's because of the troubles, and it's not the most favourable place that a migrant would like to choose to go to. So they choose to go to Southern Ireland, Scotland, England, and Wales. And that's we're fortunate because of that. So we don't have a biggest mountain to climb, to reach the goals that we need with remigration and to make sure we aren't replaced and to make sure that the demographic doesn't run away with itself like it is in Ireland and the mainland. So we are fortunate, you know what I mean? But like I say, I understand why people would like to believe that, you know what I mean? But what I say to them is, this has been going on for over 10 years, this hasn't just happened, this has been going on for a very long time. And the only reason people are hearing about it is because of people like me and other patriots in Ireland who are doing videos about it and highlighting it, you know what I mean? But it's been going on for a long time, mate, you know what I mean? And the IRA's done nothing. They could have nipped it in the bud a long time ago and they didn't. And the reason why they're not doing it is because they're all paid. The government, they're paying them. They keep sitting on their hands, keep their guns away. And as long as the money keeps flowing into their pockets, they don't care. It's all about the money. It's all about the money. And at the end of the day, they're not going to be here. And yet maybe the young, like I have to say, some of the younger Republicans, especially in Northern Ireland, that have reached out to me, they understand. They don't get it. They don't understand why they're, why they're flying Palestinian flags and why they're supporting, the Palestine and supporting Hamas and Islam and being so welcome to foreigners of any type. When they know what's going on in England, they've seen the grooming gangs, they've seen the replacement of Luton, Leicester. I'm not going to go on, Rotherham, Rochdale. All the towns and cities.
Yeah.
So people are awake because of the online, because of videos and citizen journalists that are bringing the information now where people can go and see these cities. You don't need to leave your house anymore. You can just put on YouTube and watch a YouTuber walking around Blackburn and show you 40 mosques. And you're looking at a city that'll never be English again. So it's the same in Ireland. There's a lot of these cities, like Galway, is being replaced. Donegal, Letterkenny, they call it Letterkenny. This is happening right now today. A replacement in Southern Ireland. You know what I mean? It's like shutting the barn door when the horse is already bolted. One of them ones, you know what I mean, mate? This is where we're at right now.
Well, Freedom Dad, I genuinely believe you when you say that there is a very good chance that I know that Ulster will save itself. I know the spirit of the Ulstermen. Do you think there's any chance at all for the Republic of Ireland, or is it too late?
listen, it's the same as Scotland when I'm in Glasgow and down in England and Bristol and Manchester. You know, it's not until you're on the streets and you see the playgrounds full of children from foreign lands, and you see how many foreigners are walking about the streets and how many foreigners are driving taxis and buses and security guards and are doing all the jobs that we don't want to do. And the reality of it is, and where do you start? Where do you start? These guys have got citizenship. They're working. They're paying taxes. How you getting rid of them? You know, hi. You know what I mean?
Well,
that's what I don't understand. Everybody likes to talk the big game and remigration and all that, but that's only feasible if you've got a sustainable number that you can deal with. You know what I mean? You know, we unfortunately we live in a world with human rights, and it's, as you've seen in the past, it's made it very difficult to remove even hardened criminals who've committed horrific crimes. We can't even get rid of them. You know what I mean? So how are we meant to get rid of Muhammad that's working in the corner shop, that's got 4 kids, that's been born here and integrated in the schools? You know what I mean? How is that even possible? You know, that's the way I'm looking at what the optics of it is, the reality of it. And this is the problem. People don't see it as they see it on the streets. You know what I mean? It's once you see it, it's shocking. That breaks my heart. I've done videos and it genuinely breaks my heart. And I constantly ask, every time I'm about and out, I ask the guys, what happened? When did you notice it? How did you let it get like this? And it's the spur. They look at me and they go, 10, 15 years, and you know, it was gradual, and you know, and they're really devastated because they know they're here, they live it, they see it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But
the
problem is, and I'm as guilty of it as the next man. I'm as guilty as the men that you speak about, Freedom Dan. Some men need leaders. Yeah, I don't doubt your courage. I don't doubt my own courage. But I'm not that man to lead an organization to change it. Perhaps Rupert Lowe is. We need a ruthless man. Inside, you know that he could be turned around. But the methods used to do it, we can't even talk about those methods.
Yeah. The only solution, I believe, for us to stop the replacement of what we see going on with the demographics and the changes of birth rates and the amount of foreigners coming in and how many children they're having, and as you do you work the figures out, in 30, 40 years time, we are going to be a minority. You know, white people in England will be a minority. Same in Scotland, maybe 56, maybe 50 years, but there's no excuse. Even 100 years, there's no excuse. If we know now that that's going to happen when we're no longer here, then we should be doing something about it. And I believe the only way we can do anything about it is to make it so they don't want to stay here. You know, make it so it isn't comfortable for them. You know, and I don't know what that takes. Well, does that mean tax them more, make them pay more taxes? Don't give them social benefits. Make sure they do have a 2 cap and not us have a 2 cap. You know, things like that aren't. It's not unreasonable, and it's not far right and racist. You know what I mean? This is our country. Our mothers and fathers, our grannies and granddads are put into the system. They give us the freedoms that we have, with the social benefits and everything that we have going forward. It's not for anybody just to come in here from India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Syria, or Iraq and take those benefits that our forefathers have laid down for us. That's my problem. You know,
it's
not
understand.
fair.
But
it's not fair.
You know, citizenship can be revoked, and the government can pass enough laws to make it difficult for people to retain their citizenship. You can also change, if you like, the culture of these people, or interfere with their culture, if you like, the clothes that they wear.
Yes, 100%. Like no halal food. None of this Eid and all these celebrations, you know what I mean? Like London was the only city last year that put up decorations for Ramadan in the whole world. There wasn't a Muslim country in the world that done it, apart from London. No. You know, and this is the problem, because it's making, they're like, oh, look, this is great. They're fucking, this is a Muslim country. You know what I mean? What do you call that? The vice president in America, he's jokingly said that Britain will be the first Muslim country to have nuclear weapons. You know, it was a joke, but the joke was in there for him to say that. You know, where did that come from for him to actually say that joke? This is how serious it is. You know,
they've done forward planning and projections, haven't they? It's not it wasn't an unreasonable. It could well have been a coded warning to people.
Well,
Well,
well, at the end of the day, the writing's on the wall, mate. You know what I mean? You can work out the hardest thing we have right now is getting the stats. And the reason why we're not getting the stats is because once we get the stats, we'll know exactly how long we've got. And then people are going to be really shocked. And we don't, the government don't even know how many non-returns there is coming in here, and visas, work visas, and education visas. What, not knowing the number is fucking unbelievable. So what could the number be? What could that number be?
well,
That's what you need to ask.
it's an historic day today, though, Jim, because for the first time, the largest dinghy ever to cross the channel with illegal,
Yes.
280.
280, yes. Yep.
280 in one dinghy.
Yeah, 1,000 in a week.
1,000 in a week.
Yep.
Incredible.
Yep.
I've no idea where James is. I've got his number somewhere. We'll just have to see what happens. I'm so glad you're here, Freedom Dad. Not just because Jim doesn't appear to have shown yet, but because I did want to know what was happening in Ulster. Listen, you know Jim Dowson personally. Do you want to tell us a bit about how long you've known him? And because I watched an interview.
No, it's quite funny. It's actually quite funny because he's always been, let's say, he's never been a Tommy supporter, so he hasn't. Okay, right. He's never that's when I first noticed him, and so. I was a Tommy supporter, as you know. I don't dislike the guy, you know what I mean. But I was really hard. I was really hardcore, Tommy Robinson supporter, and I would go up against most people that would have a bad word to say about him. And the Knights Templar were one of them groups, So we had it out online, and he blocked me. You know what I mean? So and then when we met up again, and we had a chat, went and seen him and all that, and I was in his office, right? And I'm trying to add him on X. I'm like, fucking blocked. I'm like, you blocked me. Because this was about 3 years ago, you know what I mean? So it was quite funny. But like I say, the right wing is very fluid. It's a movement, and it's moving all the time. And, it is a very, I don't know, you've got to be very careful. And there's a lot of things going on that some people can't get their head around and don't understand, and we're one of the right wings, the most, like Jim Dawson is known as one of the most dangerous men in Britain because of his views. You know what I mean? That's been made. That comment's been made by the government. You know what I mean? So you can understand how difficult it is for us all, and
okay. Listen, I've been doing a lot of research, obviously, into Jim. I mean, I first come across Jim in almost been 2009, something like that, the BNP days, long before he joined, he went off to found Britain First. Perhaps you can answer this question, because I was trying to find out exactly what Jim's role was in the Knights Templar International, because I was reading, he said that he doesn't define himself as the leader of the Knights Templar, only as a brother, and that it's governed by a council of 9.
Well, I don't think I could make any comment on that because, at the end of the day, that's his words. So I just know he's a leading figure in Northern Ireland for the Knights Templar and does a lot of work for them. That's all I can say. And he's, I've sat down with him, I've interviewed him, I've had lots of conversations, I've brought lots of people to him. We're sort of making connections, and we learn from him. That we don't all agree on some stuff, you know what I mean? I've got a lot of friends who support Israel and stuff like that, and so we have our disagreements. But the thing is we've learned a lot from Jim. You know what I mean? We have. He's very good at saying things in a way that it makes sense, because it's very complicated. Some things that we deal with, you know what I mean, politically, and what direction we're going in, and stuff like that. And the good thing about him is he doesn't have much good news, but he's not telling you what you want to hear, that's the good thing about him, you know what I mean? And he backs up everything he says. He does his research.
Well, you were right. It's just that I going through what I found out, and this is all in the public domain. He's referred to as Brother Dowson, and so and he's also described as one of the leading public figures. Shall I tell you? I might as well tell you. I'll tell the audience what I've been able to find out. What I'm about to say now.
I hope it's not from mainstream media.
No.
I'm always joking.
When we talk about what really needs to be done, we'll meet in a smoky room behind a bar. Yeah.
Behind the smoking gun.
On top of the floorboards that can be raised.
Along beside the
very
IRA.
Okay. Well,
Oh, dear.
I'm not in a rush to be interred yet, Freedom
No,
Dad.
no, me now, mate, me now.
Although with this song, they'll be able to play The Man Behind the Wire. Listen, I was going to read this out to the guys at any rate before I spoke to Jim. What I found out about the Knights Templar, and all this is in the public domain. It's styled as the Knight Templar Order, KTI-NOM, a modern Christian organization inspired by the medieval Knights Templar. It's inspired by it's got no historic links to the original ones. And on its website, it explicitly does not claim direct descent from the medieval order, so they're quite open about that. It describes itself as an interdenominational Christian chivalric organization, which I like, concerned with defending Christianity, which I like. I like that a lot. Even though I've lost my faith, I still believe in Christian values. Perhaps one day I can return to them. Anyhow, so it believes in religious and political freedom, humanitarian assistance, and support for persecuted Christians. It says it accepts both men and women and describes itself as anti-racist. Well, understandable why they would have to do that. I'll go on now. Freedom Dad, it says that apparently they've got more than 5,000 knights and dames in over 20 countries, and these figures haven't been independently verified, but that's understandable. Try to have some security. Your website, and I did consider joining them, Freedom Dad, as I know others did. Its website offers paid affiliate membership with a period of affiliate membership required before someone can apply to become a knight or a dame. I think that's pretty sound. They're a registered UK company. Almost done, my friend. Its characterization is disputed. KTI describes itself as a lawful defensive Christian chivalric order, which I approve of. And naturally enough, the BBC described it as a Christian militant group, and the left describe it as a far-right or Christian nationalist organization. Those are the publication descriptions. This is interesting. KTA's own website argues for a form of militant Christianity, and I'm all for church militant, and discusses circumstances in which physical force could be justified. So that's what I found out about the Knights Templar, and I've got a biography of Jim underneath it. But does that align with what you were told at your interview with Jim?
Yeah, pretty much. You know what I mean? And like I say, I don't really want to speak for the guy when it comes to some stuff. You know what I mean? He's best first and quite a lot of stuff. I've got my own lane. You know what I mean? But all I can say, like he's got his own chapel. He's built his own chapel. They call it a chapel. It's like the army chapel and prison chapel. It's Protestant and Catholic. It's not a chapel like Roman Catholic chapel. And he's got a big massive house with loads of floors with loads of rooms for other patriots, and he works with mental health, and we are looking at physical stuff, training guys and getting guys fit along with the mental health side, because obviously we're looking at our gyms, and our gyms are full of Muslims, and they're all training like fuck right now, and we're thinking, we need to pay attention to that, So it is. It's one of them ones, It's like it's just part of mental health and making sure everybody's their heads in the right space, Just in case, you never know, you never know who could invade you. You need to be ready as men, and there's nothing wrong with that, we don't know when the next war could be with Russia or anybody, never mind what could go on internally. So with a civil war, as a lot of people seem to want to believe it's coming. So, I get that bit, it's, and I promote that, and we've got other things on the go in Northern Ireland where we've got guys getting involved with gyms, specifically for patriots, and, boxing and martial arts and stuff like that. So, we're going in the right direction, like.
I wondered if I'm too old to do that. I do some stuff. I do some self-defense training,
I'm
and
too old. I'm too old to do it. Yeah.
oh, you'd be surprised what you can learn
know.
learn to do on YouTube with the walking stick. You can do lots of things. Not my first choice of self-defense, actually, but yeah, push comes to shove, I take a couple with me. Listen, when you met Jim Dowson, because as you know, you probably weren't aware that I knew Jim Dowson
No, I don't.
when you
No.
first met. So
Yeah.
how did you come to realize that you both had a mutual friend? How did that happen?
I would have probably been maybe in the time I've known him, probably halfway through it. You know what I mean? Just your name would have popped up. You know what I mean? Just like always like sharing information of what I learn and what I know, and you know, and like if I've ever in any doubt of stuff, you know, when I need advice, or you know, if I'm wanting to do a video about something and you know I want to make sure I've got it right, then I would speak to Jim. You know what I mean? Or yourself, or others. You know what I mean? And you know, like I say, you know, I didn't really know too much about the BNP side of things. You know what I mean? But you know, you know, straight away there was a connection there. You know, because you always worry, and you always worry. You know what us right wingers are like. You never know. And mostly you get, oh, don't trust him. He's working for MI5. You know, anyway, you're always worried, like, oh, I've got this friend, and you know, so you never know where it's going to go. So you were one of them ones where that never happened. You know what I mean? So that was a bonus, mate. You know what I mean? That was a bonus. But you know what it's like.
I do. It's a small world, the nationalist circle, isn't it? It's small. I laugh when they turn around and they speak about all these, what is it, super Aryans out there, these hard right things, you know, there's hundreds, thousands of us. And I think, well, I wish it was 10 of us.
I know, because they keep getting arrested. Every time they pop up, they get arrested and put in jail.
Didn't one of your supporters go on in court today? Did I just see a
Glenn, Mr. X, Mr. Glenn Kane. The papers called us the Loyalist Twins this week in the Sunday World. You know what I mean? So they're coming up with different wee names all the time. You know, I think they're running out of puns. You know what I mean? But yeah, he was up in court today for the memorabilia, paramilitary memorabilia of UVF, UDA, and LVF stuff, and the magazine Red Hand in the Sand, as you know. Yeah. So
that's memorabilia.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a legal magazine you can buy online. I've got one here. All my friends have got it. You know what I mean? It's a really good publication that's that hits home. You know what I mean? Full of facts and not a misinformation. But you know, unfortunately for Islam, you know, they don't like some of these facts coming out. And as you know, the government will do everything to stop people being aware of the true risks of what's to come. You know what I mean? But you know, that is what it is. But this has been going on for 2 years. He's been ready for trial for the last 6-7 months. We've got a cultural expert coming in to defend him on what this magazine is about. You know, the memorabilia, everybody has it in their rooms. There's nothing illegal about it. You know, it's where the troubles are over. It's something that happened in the past. You know, people collect Nazi stuff and German stuff and all sorts of stuff from the war. You know, I know it's not paramilitary, but at the same time, he's not promoting. This was stuff that was in cupboards and drawers and wardrobes. It wasn't out in display. This is very important as well. You know, and amongst all that, they're bringing it in as BMP. So it's just like trying to, you know, just trying to paint the picture of him being a far righter, you know what I mean, and a danger to society, to, you know what I mean, being racist and all the rest of it. You know, but at the end of the day, whether he's far right or not, it's not a crime. That's the most important thing, you know what I mean?
Right. How long do you think it'll drag on for Freedom, Dad?
It's been put off for another 2 weeks, so I don't want to say too much, but there's a technicality that they've made a mistake, and you know, I think they're talking about dropping everything and then recharging them again and starting it all over again. Yeah, so it's the most ridiculous case I've ever heard in my life, and I've heard some crazy cases in my day, like in my life, in my days in prison systems around Britain and Northern Ireland, and I've never come across a case like this. And the fact that what's really annoying me, Paul, is it's the government. There should be a lot more focus on what's going on here. Shouldn't be allowed. Enough's enough. This is over 2 years now. If a man's done something wrong, the evidence is there. There's no more evidence coming. They've got all the evidence they want. They had it a year ago. So, you know, if somebody's broke the law and he's up in court, been on bail for 2 years, then let's go. Let's go to trial.
Absolutely. But
Let's
from what
go.
I've seen of Mr. X, his personality shines through. And there are things he says that I would probably disagree with, but I'd still stand by him in a
He's a legend. He's a legend. I'll tell you this now. Everywhere I go with him, everybody he meets, all the people around me, they all love him. They all think he's an amazing guy. He's honest, he's decent, he's loyal, and you know, and he doesn't come off track. You know what I mean? He's never budged in anything, and any of his beliefs, what he believes in, you know, and what he believes in is founded, you know, without a doubt. And he's been doing this a lot longer than anybody in Northern Ireland. You know, let me tell you that now. Glenn Keane's been doing this for a very long time, and he was ahead of his time, a bit like Enoch Powell, to be honest with you know. And I do believe one day people will look back when he's 60 now, so he is. So one day people will look back when he's no longer here, and that's probably when he'll get the recognition of how right he was. You know what I mean? But the problem
I've told you this. I've told you this before. I've had people come up who once in my own community who once physically attacked me way back in time, and have come up and apologized and said, "I'm sorry, Paul, I was wrong." I've had the children of some of those men come up and say, my father told me, and he said Paul Morris was right all along, and that will happen with Mr. X, and that will happen with Mr. U. I've got to come back to you on this because it's important relating to Mr. X. We've seen how they've tied up Mr. X for 2 years now, keeping him away off the streets, if you like. You've been charged with carrying an offensive weapon, a key ring. I'd like one of those deadly key rings.
I wasn't carrying it. I lifted it out of a bag, showed it to the camera. 10 seconds, I had it in my hand. 10 seconds. Put it back in the bag and give it back to the people that owned it. You know, the pink ladies. Which, you know, the fucking, you can't even get your fingers through the holes in this fucking. You know what I mean? The holes in it are smaller than a penny. You know what I mean? And it's plastic. It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? But,
I know it's ridiculous, and I know we're laughing at it, Freedom Dad. But could they use that to tie you up in the courts and keep you off the streets for 2 years?
Nah. Unless I'd done something else popped up, you know what I mean, then that would be you know, that would be ammunition. This particular charge would be ammunition to carry on like heavy bail conditions. You know, but like I say, been doing this for a long time. I don't cross any lines. I'm not doing nothing illegal, and you know, good luck to them. That's all I can say. Good luck to them.
I say a pox on them, and all who serve them. That's what I say. Well,
the Scottish government are trying to stop me come in Scotland. When I leave Scotland, I don't even know if I'll get back.
You know, the last time I flew to the Republic of Ireland, and I used to have a place down in Killarney. I told you when I was an eye roller. Quite a nice place, big on grounds and stuff like that. And they were always stopping me and searching me, flying into the Republic. They must have thought, hang on, what's this avowed loyalist supporter who once carried a UVF badge?
I think the only way they can stop me is by getting the transport, like boats and planes, to not allow me to fly or go on the boats, you know what I mean? But listen, we got fishing boats here. I'll be in Scotland anytime I want. They're never going to stop me coming to Scotland, like, tell you that now.
Okay, taking a quick pop at Danny Tomo, we could always ask him to send one of his boats over to give you a lift across, save him going to the channel.
Yeah, we'll do. I think I have got photographs of me and him all over the papers right now, you know what I mean? So, yeah, we have a bit of a connection there, like, you know what I mean? And it's the fancy, he doesn't really know me, you know, and I don't really know him, but, you know, it was a photo opportunity that appeared. And, you know,
Dad, I got a big pile of newspaper cuttings about you that the press have said about you. Would you have a problem with me maybe doing a video on your past and what you're doing now?
Yeah, no problems.
Yeah,
no problems with that, man.
Thing is, see, if we'd met before, you wouldn't have done no jail time because I wouldn't have got caught.
Don't say that, man. Don't say that. I'm not even.
No.
We'll talk about that another time, and then you would understand. You know, what I mean, you'll understand. Trust me, when they want you, they'll get you. I promise you, mate. I promise you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that. I expect a knock on the door every day, to be honest. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah,
why my
100%,
computers are all perfectly clean. Nothing on my phones, nothing on my computers.
yeah. No, back in the day, like, you know, it doesn't matter how good you were at something, you know, once you were prolific at something, then they really wanted you. Yeah. You know, listen, they said they had my thumbprint on the counter of a bank. That's how they got me from Northern Ireland to Scotland, which was impossible, you know. And then I fought that for a year to get we had to get experts in. It cost a lot of money to prove that it wasn't my thumbprint. And then when we got rid of the thumbprint,
They find something else.
they got a guy turned Queen's evidence. He turned Queen's evidence and got immunity for prosecution, and he put 4 of us away. You got to remember this: there was no money, no guns, there was no identification periods, there was no DNA, no fingerprints, and they couldn't even tell you what car was used in any of the 5 banks that were robbed. So you tell me how I got found guilty for that.
Well, have a look at, if you have to think about it, if they want you, they can get you. For example, let's
100%.
say, for example, they wanted to take down the Green Arrow. Say I was more outspoken than I am, and I would like to be more outspoken. If they wanted to take me down, they just come in here, drop something on my machine that would compromise me.
100%.
Swear blind
100%, yeah.
that
Oh,
it
yeah,
was there.
yeah.
And I'm toast, and people would believe it. People who know me, like yourself, would say that's not Paul Morris. I know that's not the Green Arrow. But
it's the most dangerous. It is the most dangerous. This is the most dangerous thing I've ever done in my life, because you just don't know what's around the corner. You know, just the amount of stuff in the papers and you know all the paramilitary stuff and you know all the sectarian stuff. You know, it is really dangerous. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't mean I'm safe. You know what I mean? I'm safe here. I'm safe in Northern Ireland. You know, I have to make sure I'm safe. I have to take measures to make sure I'm safe. But it just takes one person to know there's freedom, Dad. You know, and then things can go really wrong really quick. You know, and it's you know just an Islamist. You know, a Muslim Brotherhood or a Republican. You know what I mean? A dissident.
I do indeed.
So,
Freedom, Dad, I tell you what we're going to do. I know that you have to leave at 8, and I'm just so grateful. But I was telling you a song about some of our ladies, about Lily, Kirsty, Ellen, and and it's a really hilarious video. That one of they're always taking a pop at me, my followers. They're always taking a pop at me. Do you want to have a quick look at this video whilst we waited? Have you got time to watch it?
Yeah,
okay, then. Okay, I'll put us over there. I'll go get it if you just bear with me.
Yeah, I'm just going to go in. It's getting a bit chilly out here.
Okay, I'll get the video up for you, and we'll have a bit of a laugh. I'll have a laugh at myself. Let's have a look here. Where is it now? Oh dear. YouTube. Is this it? Yeah, stand by. We're just looking for a song now, guys, if I can find it. And I looking for Kev's playlist. Music from the Green Arrow Top 4. Oh, not there. Go back. Sorry about this, guys. Keep on asking to Kev to get it sorted, to give me a proper playlist. He's probably saying you're looking in the... here we go. Stand by. Get ready for this song. Here we go. You got to listen to the lyrics now, Freedom Dad.
Okay, mate, I will do.
Welcome aboard! This is the Green Arrow broadcasting live. And before we begin, I'd just like to make one thing perfectly clear. I love my wife. Right. Now we've got that on the record. There's Kirsty when she joins the chat. And Paul sits up with pride. He straightens up his headphones and sucks his belly inside. She only types, "Good evening, Paul." But that's enough, you see. He's planned the church, the honeymoon, and where they'll plant the tree. Steady as she goes, sailor. Oh, Kirsty, Claire, and Tracy, Jenny, Lily, Helen too. The Green Arrow falls in love again. Each time one says, how do? He's the captain of the airwaves. He's a devil-may-care rogue. But he's married and he's neutered, so there's no way he can go. All hands on deck, his heart's gone astray. 6 lovely women and a wife in the way. He can dream about his ladies from Blaina to Peru, but the Green Arrow's been neutered. There's bugger all he can do. Now Claire appears on Paul's live stream. He nearly drops his tea. Good God, he whispers softly. She's clearly flirting with me. She hasn't said a bloody word. She's talking to Kev Cake, but Paul has read between the lines. She's practically his fiancée. I've always understood women.
No, you bloody haven't.
Then Tracy wanders into chat, and Paul's in love once more. His heart begins to flutter. His headphones hit the floor. She types a little smiley face. That's all the poor girl did. But Paul's already checking flights and wondering where they live. Warning! Crush detected! Oh, Kirsty, Claire and Tracy, Jenny, Lily, Helen too. The Green Arrow falls in love again. Each time one says, how do? He survived the bloody Navy. He sailed through storm and gale, but put a woman in his live chat, and the captain's off the rails. All hands on deck, man overboard. Paul's seen another woman and he's fallen in love once more. He can splice the bloody main brace. He can dream the whole night through. But the Green Arrow's been neutered. There's bugger all he can do. Then Jenny says, hello there, Paul. He whispers, she's the one. We tell him, Paul, you said that twice. And it's only 1:30. He dedicates a record, puts Barry White on cue, then accidentally tells the stream, Jenny, this one's just for you. Paul?
Yes?
Your wife's listening. Shit. Then Lily joins the madness, and Paul begins to grin. He checks that Mrs. Arrow has definitely not logged in. Ahoy there, lovely Lily! Our Romeo declares. Then hears a noise behind him and nearly falls downstairs. I was talking about the weather. Then Helen joins the broadcast. Paul's heart goes boom, boom, boom. He sprays himself with aftershave. He's sitting in his bloody room. He lowers down his radio voice, all velvet deep and slow. Well, hello there, Helen.
Paul?
Good evening, Helen. Valued member of our listening community! Oh, once he was a sailor, a wild and fearless man. He sailed across the oceans with destiny in hand. But years have passed since Navy days. His wandering days are through. He's still got 6 imaginary girlfriends, but his wife has got him screwed. They're not girlfriends! Squash it! They're listeners! Squash it! They're friends! Squash it! I'm a professional broadcaster! Bollocks! Oh, Kirsty, Claire and Tracy, Jenny, Lily, Helen too. You've stolen Paul's heart away 6 bloody times by 2. He's the Green Arrow of the airwaves. He's Britain's Romeo. But he's married and he's neutered, so there's nowhere he can go. Shiver me timbers, slice the main brace. Every time a place. From the valleys down in Blaina, his romantic dreams sail through. But the green arrow's been neutered. There's bugger all he can do.
Mrs. Green Arrow.
Paul?
Yes, darling. What are you singing about? Maritime history.
Paul?
Yes, darling. With a bloody Hella, Kirsty, Claire, Tracy, Jenny, Lily, and Helen. Abandoned ship.
Very good, mate. Very good.
See, it's terrible the things they say about me, isn't it? None of it
no,
is
mate.
true.
Oh, no. I think you bring it on yourself, but
Well, they're a bit different to the those Ulster ladies know how to keep a secret, right? They don't kiss and tell the way these British girls do. Yeah.
no, maybe
No.
not.
Now we'd be lost without Kev K57. He creates all our music. I'm going to ask him to make one about you. Yeah.
I've had one done. I think Ragnar done a really good one. It's online. I get a bit embarrassed, you know what I mean? To be honest with you, mate, you know, it's like
I think I've got about 8 or 9 now from different channels.
But listen, I'm gonna go and get a coffee, stick another bit of charge in this, and get ready for. I'm going on the Working Class Patriot, so I'm going on and have a chat with him.
Okay, give him our regards then. I'd like to. That's the trouble. You don't have the time to go visit all the channels you'd like to, do you?
I know. I
really
haven't even had the time to like do any lives and that. You know what I mean? You know, so I've had a great weekend, mate. An absolutely amazing weekend. I had 7 Belfast men and my mate's local over the weekend. This is really good.
Where's your badge? Where's your green? Oh, you've lost it already.
It's there. Honestly, be careful, and also be careful what you say. You know what I mean? Be careful what you say. What we've been talking about. You know what I mean?
Oh, absolutely. I understand what you're saying. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. But quite a few people were handed the badges out this weekend. So, and there were a number of pride, mate. There were a number of pride. But I had a really good weekend. Boys over from Belfast, and you know, so we're everything's good. Everything's good. Just really busy. Had a couple of drinks. You know what I mean? Obviously, with a drink, we don't do the lives. I learned my lesson on staying line. But you know, that's it. Getting ready to wrap up now in Scotland, and you know, that's it. So that's the relaxing holiday over. You know what I mean? So back to Belfast soon.
I'll come over, but when things stabilise, and you know what's going on in my life at the moment, when it stabilises, Freedom Dad, perhaps you can come over, have a bit of a rest at my location.
Yeah, that would be nice. Yeah. Listen, I've got a lot of history with Wales, Gilfach in particular, you know what I mean? So,
that would be really nice. It's a nice, quiet club. A little bit different, say to the Shankill, that's for sure.
Or Glasgow.
Glasgow, no mean city. What happened to the Razor Kings? They're not as tough as they used to be hard men, Glaswegians.
They still are. They still are. You know what I mean? They are. You know, I'm not going to take it away from them. You know what I mean? What's went on has been well gradually and well planned. You know what I mean? And you got to remember, you know, this is the common thing that a lot of guys are now saying, believe it or not. We've been too busy fighting each other over Rangers and Celtic and didn't realise what was going on. You know, and that's you know, I don't even need to tell them that. They know, you know, they know now. Divide and conquer, you know, divide the Protestants and Catholics and we can conquer them. You know what I mean? And that's you need to be pretty stupid now not to realise that what's been going on for the last
the same year years. Historic grievances. They're still trying to push Plaid Cymru, Plaid Marxist, the equivalent of Sinn Féin. They're still trying to push the anti-English. As you know, I normally wear an English flag and a Welsh flag to counter it. But they see it as a divide and conquer. I'll let you go, Freedom Dad. I'm taking up.
I'm going to get a wee coffee and a wee bit of practice. And do you want me to give Jim a phone before? Give him a phone. And have you?
I've got his telephone number. I've sent him a message. It could be anything with Jim. It could be anything. He is a busy man. I'm sure he'll get back to us, and he will come on when he's ready. If you do speak to him, just tell him I'm not taking it personal. I know things happening.
Yeah, I honestly think what it'll be is he doesn't know how to do it. You know what I mean? He isn't like, he'll be honest, he's not very technical. You know what I mean? I think he's got, I think, I don't know, man, he's got double figures grandchildren, you know what I mean? And so his kids and all that, they help him with the social media stuff and the tech, you know what I mean? So it could be something like that. So I will give him a wee phone, and if he's got any problems, I'll let him know what to do, you know what I mean? Because I think you need to have a YouTube channel to be able to do this.
Ah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know if we've got a YouTube channel. This is the thing. Never really thought about that, you know.
Okay, well, I'll talk to Jim and we can reach out and we'll reschedule it for another time.
I might be wrong. I might be wrong. I'll give him a wee phone anyway and let him know, and I'll drop a wee comment down, right? Okay.
Okay, thank you very much, Freedom Dad, and please give our regards to WCP. Yeah.
Yeah, and look after Mr. Rankin. Look after Mr. Rankin for me. You know what I mean?
Oh, he can be hard work at times. I can't wait to come over to Ulster. Yeah, I'll show him how to drink. He thinks he can drink. He's never met a Welsh one.
John's a Scottish man. He's one of our Scottish patriots. He's one of our best patriots. I was with him at the weekend. You know, he's been to London with me twice. He's been to Manchester. He's been to Bristol. He's been to Belfast 4 or 5 times a year. He never misses the 12th and 11th. So he's very close to me. You know what I mean? So
I wouldn't expect
very close to us all.
from it.
In Ulster, he's very close to us all.
I wouldn't expect any different from any of your friends. But listen, if he's from Scotland, I'll make sure I get him a nice pint of shandy and a nice lemonade shandy for him. Yeah.
He likes his buck. He likes his bucky. He likes his buck fast.
I'll remember that. Okay,
yeah,
Freedom Dad.
Fast.
No
right,
surrender.
No surrender, mate. Speak to you soon. All right, bye-bye, guys. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Well, there you go, guys. What do we do next? That's Spike Milligan sketch, isn't it? What do we do now? What do we do now? Had all these questions for Jim Dowson. Lots and lots of questions for Jim Dowson. Oh, well. What do I do now? What do I do now? I'm just... GST, is he still in the room? GST, if you're still in the room, would you like to come up? Help bail me out? If we talk in? Failing that, I'll just have to flirt with the girls. No! Crushes. I'm too old to have crushes. Yeah, well, who doesn't? Do you like visiting Charlie in the toilets? Yeah. Oh, Paul Thorpe, poor old Paul Thorpe. SOS GST, yeah, get GST up. Oh, Industrial Nations, you are here. You're a good speaker. You're a good speaker. There's lots of questions. Right. Okay, GST, fair enough. Jim the Nove. Okay, well, GST, it's got a bad signal. I understand that. Historically, he's had a bad signal. GST's been getting around all over the place. He was in Bristol, you know. If I'd known he was in Bristol, no, my kid in my car wouldn't have made it. That car, I got to do something about it. It's holding me back. I'm frightened to go anywhere further than the co-op. Abergavenny, I traveled today maybe 20, 30, 40, 50 miles. I was on edge all the way. Okay. What's the... Oh, right. This is for one of... I'm going to put this song. It's about a real motorcycle group. Yes.
Monday morning, alarm bell rings, steel toe boots and the same old things. Working hard just to pay our way, counting down to another Saturday. Then the message comes across the phone, meet at 9. Now you're not alone. Coffee's poured and the engines wake. Every mile's a memory we'll make. Leave the worries by the roadside. Let the open highway decide. We're both riders, side by side. Brothers, sisters on the endless ride. Different stories, one heartbeat. Rolling thunder down every street. Through the valleys, over the hills. Freedom, something money never buys. Every sunrise, every mile. Bold riders, that's our style. Someone's laughing at the fuel stop cafe. Someone's taking photographs today. Brand new rider, road hand. Every one of us understands. Doesn't matter what you ride along. Every engine sings the same old song. Leave no rider far behind. That's the code that we all sign. Some rides carry silent names. Echoes living in the flames. For the ones who never made it home, we keep their memory rolling on. When the poppies catch the morning breeze, we ride with quiet dignity. We're both riders, proud and free. One road, one family. Through the sunshine, through the rain, we'll always find our way again. From the first turn of the wheel to the last embrace and final meal. When the engines all fall still, the friendships carry further still. One more road, one more sunrise, one more ride. Bold riders forever.
Great video, Kev. Make ready the next one, then I'll pause it. Okay. Okay. Alex, I'll check that out later, mate. What we do now then, guys, there's a special request for a song. 2 people have requested it, so I'm going to have to play it. I know you're all sick of it, so am I, but what can I do? They asked for it. Straight after that, I'll show you some footage I took today. Oh, by the way, if you heard the fire engines earlier on, we've got mountain fires up and down the different valleys, and they were pumping the keepers dry. They sealed it off. It's a little place where tragically a young boy drowned a fortnight ago, one of our ponds, call them ponds, small lakes, I don't know. And, they've been pumping them dry. The purple penguin will have to be done as well. I'll get the purple penguin. That's a funny one. Why isn't the purple penguin in my playlist? Yeah. Okay. Right. By special request then, guys, we got this song here. This one. I know this is the one you've been waiting for. Yeah. This is for Lily and Lee. They love this song. Something wrong with you guys.
You meet a boy, bright sparkling eyes. He seems kinda nice, perhaps a little shy. He'll walk you home kiss you on the doorstep. Next night I'll hold your hand. Don't let him touch you. Don't let him touch you. He's playing the game of love and he's trying to see how much you'll let him have. And if he has you, he will run away and leave you. If he has you, he will leave you. Don't let him touch you. He'll talk and talk, how it's hard for guys. He'll be good to you, hold you when you cry. He is the only one, now your love life's begun. He'll hold you close to him. And don't let him touch you. Don't let him touch you. He's playing the game of love and he's trying to see how much you'll let him have. And if he has you, he will run away and leave you. If he has you, he will leave you. Don't let him touch you. Don't let him touch you. Don't let him touch you. He's playing the game of love and he's trying to see how much you'll let him have. And if he has you, he will run away and leave you. If he has you, he will leave you. Don't let him touch you.
My favorite.
You don't want to do that night. You love him so. You think perhaps you might. Your heart beats fast. It's a moment here at last. He'll hold your body tight. And don't let him touch you. Don't let him touch you. He's playing the game of love and he's trying to see how much you let him have. And if he has you, he will run away and leave you. If he has you, he will leave you. Don't let him touch you. Don't let him touch you. Don't let him touch you. He's playing the game of love and he's trying to see how much you let him have. And if he has you, he will run away and leave you. If he has you, he will leave you. Don't let him touch you. Don't let him touch you. Don't let him touch you.
What a great track that is. What a great track that is. Tell you what we're going to do now then, guys. On the way home from Abergavenny, I drove up over the mountain. I played the footage in a live stream earlier on, but I stopped for... Lily, if you hate it that much, why do you keep asking for me to play it? Or is it Lee? I don't know. It's either Lily or Lee. Lily. Lily's. Okay. Going to show this drone footage now. It's only about 15 seconds. What I like about the drone that we got, guys, is there are 3 different modes you can use it in, and you can use it with hand gestures, but you don't record voice or anything. You have to control the drone by hand signals, and you've only got a limited range, but it's perfect if you just want to grab a quick bit of film footage like I did here. So let's go get it. Video file. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Here we go. Stand by. No, where did... not there. Oh, it's in here, there, here. Here we go, guys. It's just no sound. Just to show you the valley where I live. This is about 5 minutes from where I live. Get out of the way. The mountain over there in the distance, that's the Sugarloaf Mountain. I keep meaning to go up it, but I never have. I've never climbed it, never been up it. Lots of people do. It's a nice walk. Takes a while, like. How green is my valley? what I'll do, guys, is I'll when my wife goes to Spain, I'll go over and do some dedicated footage, because there's some breathtaking scenery in that part of this world. As you see, the drone is on spotlight mode and it'll keep its distance away from me. There's that kid. He made it up here then. Do you remember in the live stream, Angela wondered how he was going to pedal all the way up and told it to stop and to come back to me. And there she's landing. Okay, now we can get back to, I'll play this song and then I'll go get the purple penguin. Okay. I got to get rid of this. Oh. I love this song. Hot Chicks.
Now this is the law of the old wild land, written in earth before kingdoms began. Older than mountains, older than stone, a truth every creature has always known. The rivers may wander, the seasons may turn, the foolish may mock what the wise have learned. But every path beneath moonlit skies carries the law that never dies. Stand together through the storm, hold the line where hearts are born. Every soul must play its part. Many hands, but one strong heart. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. When we stand as one together, there is no turning back. From the forest to the mountains, from the valleys to the sea, the old law still remembers the way we're meant to be. One wolf alone may hunt with pride, yet even the strongest cannot forever survive. When darkness gathers through the trees, many voices become the breeze. No crown is forged by selfish hands, no house is built by one who stands. Every fire begins with one spark, but many flames drive back the dark. The stars have watched 1,000 years, they've seen our triumphs, seen our fears. Empires crumble into dust, only loyalty outlives us. So raise your eyes beyond today, leave no brother far away. Side by side until the end, that's how legends always stand. For the strength of the pack is the wolf, and the strength of the wolf is the pack. As old as earth and endless skies, the truth that calls us back. Shoulder to shoulder, heart to heart, never broken, never apart. While the old moon lights the track, the strength of the wolf is the pack. The law of the pack lives on. That
was excellent, wasn't it? Anyhow, I love this song, but it'll have to wait because we promised industrial nations take back the Purple Penguin. I wonder who could have written this song, The Purple Penguin. Oh, well, sorry about Jim Dowson, guys. These things happen. Got a free night now, haven't we? We can do what we like. It's like half day at school. Or a free period at college. Oh, got a free period. What will you do with it? Go behind the bike shed, see if that girl is there again. Right. Oh, hang on. Industrial Nations is going to tell us what the song is about. Purple Penguin is a song about gender delusions. Oh, Alex, please don't tell me you've got delusions about your gender. I don't think I could face that. There's a lot of people out there, mind you, have delusions. Some of these weird people, like, say, PT and Dick in a Man, they've got delusions about being patriots. Yeah, this delusion stuff is terrible. Thinking they're patriots. Okay, let's do it. You've waited long enough. Let's have this, the Purple Penguin song. Are you ready? Remember, this is about your gender identity.
I'm not a purple penguin. I'm a nobody. I went down to the council just to change my name. They handed me a form that looked longer than a train. Tick the box that suits you. Well, that sounded fine till I saw 100 choices running down the line. Man or woman, trans as well. Choose the box that fits you best. But then the form went barking mad and turned into a guessing test. I'm not a purple penguin. I'm as normal as can be. I went straight past option 2 and tick box number 3. Not a moonbeam, not a turnip, not a cosmic bumblebee. I'm not a purple penguin, just put me for me. Number 4 said mystic badger, number 5 said cloud, number 6 said silent unicorn, I nearly laughed out loud. 7 was a rainbow toaster, 8 a haunted tree, 9 said state your pronouns, 10 said wait and see. People know themselves the best, that really doesn't bother me. But why is there 17 pages just to get a library key? I'm not a purple penguin. I'm as normal as can be. I went straight past option 2 and tick box number 3. Not a moonbeam, not a turnip, not a cosmic bumblebee. I'm not a purple penguin, just put me for me. Let everybody live their life, that's how it ought to be. But keep the blooming paperwork as simple as 1, 2, 3. Name a number, sign it here, then let me leave in peace. I only came to pay a bill, not register as geese. I'm not a purple penguin. I'm as normal as can be.
Fabulous song.
I went straight
Fabulous
past
song.
option 2 and tick box number 3. Not a warlock, not a walrus, not a gender neutral pea. I'm not a purple penguin. I'm simply bloody me. Tick 1, tick 2. What the hell is 33? I'm not a purple penguin. Just put me for me.
I don't know if it's going to work. let's get rid of that. Let's get back on. Right, Kev, can you right, with a bit of luck now, we might get GST up. Okay, Lily, I haven't forgotten, but GST's here. Let's make the most of him whilst we've got him. His signal is bad. Let's hope this works. Hello, brother. How are you?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you? Long time no see. Can you hear me all right?
Well, I'm surprised. You're never on YouTube these days unless you're doing a live stream. I don't know where to find you. Are you in Loughborough? Are you in Bristol? Are you in Nottingham? Are you in Leicester? Are you in Loughborough? How can I find you? I always arrive 2 days after you've gone. They say, oh, you just missed them. Yeah, that's what happens. I could have got, well, I could have got Bristol.
I think, oh yeah, well, Bristol was absolute carnage, to be honest with you. Absolute carnage. I think there was about 70 or 80 of us, 70 to 80 of us, and there's probably about 800 to 900 of the opposition, minimum. They were just dotted everywhere. But at one point, you don't see it on the live because I think because there was that many phones, I couldn't get a good signal. But at one point, there was literally me and another young lad. We'd managed to sneak around the back, and we'd literally were in amongst about 300 to 400 of the left, just in the middle of them. And they clocked me by my T-shirt. You know, the one with I sometimes wear it where I've got the QR code saying scan this for the rape gang inquiry. And when they realised who we were, oh my God, it was carnage. There was threatening to slit our throats and kill us and calling us fascist bastards, Nazis, all sorts of stuff. It was funny.
Oh.
But
full of compliments then.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, it was crazy.
But that place is notorious as being a big red Marxist stronghold, isn't it? I guess you knew that before you went.
Yeah. Going Tamworth. But then I just kept seeing all these things online of people saying, like, if any of you fascists go down there, we're going to smash you, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. We are literally going to kick the shit out of you and kick you out of Bristol. So I was like, okay, I'll go down to Bristol then.
I don't think my wife would like me to bother with you so much.
Oh, honestly, it was crazy. My table got broken up. My table got broken off. My T-shirt got ripped. And
everything I like.
And my tripod, my tripod's broke as well. So yeah, I'm about 120 quid down.
Yeah, that's normal. You pay for the privilege these days of being I regret asking all my members to leave the channel because I lost my microphone.
Yeah.
Anyhow, I'm back on track now. Are you okay to replace your tripod?
To be honest with you, the one thing I wasn't really going to mention anything till tomorrow, but at the minute, just for the foreseeable future, I think I'm gonna hang my boots up for a bit on doing the YouTube stuff. I'm hoping to meet up with a few other people and just help them with what they want to do. But my main thing at the minute now is I don't really think the protests are going anywhere, to be honest with you. They're a good laugh, but I think there's a lot of negativity to go with them as well. Like, you start to lose faith in the police. You start to really realize that we're not going to vote our way out of it. And yeah, you see the bad in both sides, you know. I'll tell you, Bristol was quite good for a lot of things. Like, the lads that were there in Bristol were young, fit, healthy lads, you know. There were some older people there, but they were all seemed to be fit and looked after themselves as well. So that was really good to see. But my main thing at the minute is I've looked at joining a few movements.
Right.
And you know, just seeing how I can, like, you know, network a bit more. But the problem that I've got, because I'm working so many hours, and then the pressure's on to be a father, and then also to do the videos. It's like, for now, I want to focus on training. Yeah, I'm not training as much as I used to. You know, I want to start running marathons again. I want to really, really start hitting the pads, maybe joining a club, something like that. And it's just all, it's all getting pushed to the back of the queue because I'm just trying to push out the message to people, you know. And I just think,
if I can make a suggestion, GST, if I could make a suggestion to you, I understand what you're saying about the demonstrations, but you've got two strings to your bow, really, haven't you? I mean, yeah, you're a super activist with regards to setting up stalls, going to demonstrations, traveling the country. You've proven that. You've proven that. You don't have to prove it anymore. But there's always lots of other things you can be doing because you've got a good, fine mind on you, and you've researched the subjects that are important to us. So there's always a place for you, just turning up on shows like this one and speaking your views, your thoughts, what you think, you know?
yeah,
So
I'm happy
there's
to do that. Yeah.
So you can do that, or perhaps maybe once a week, release one video a week with your thoughts and solutions and your opinions, and try that. Concentrate on your family, your job, making sure you were personally secure financially, etc., especially as you with your family, and do that. And you know, you're more than welcome to come on this channel anytime to speak on any subject you like. Yeah.
Thank you. No, I appreciate that. Thank you.
So that's an option that you've got, you know.
Yeah, I wanted to support some other people as well, you know, because obviously I only got to the position that I was in because of the support network from yourself and others. And I just think to myself, there's a lot of people that have 200-300 subscribers or want to make a difference in their hometown. And I'm just like, well, I'll bring my table and I'll bring my banners, but I'll just let you film it. You know, I'll let you be the cameraman. I'll let you kind of, I want to help other people doing stuff like that. You know, rather than having the pressure of filming it myself, I'd rather let other people get content, you know,
Yeah,
and
I agree.
see it from a different angle. You know, that's my main thing. It's like I say, I'm putting too much pressure on myself, and I think to myself, somebody.
Well, we lost you a bit there. Well, the other thing that I'm worried about, and I don't think it would happen to you and never happened to me, but it can knock you down for a while, is you get burnt out and disillusioned, my friend. So, you know, yeah, take a step back for a while, do something different. And when you want to return, you'll know when it's time to return. Even I take a couple of days off now and again, and I swear I'm never going back. But I do, because you won't leave the shield wall. Think about your options. Talk to someone. I like the idea of helping small channels. I really do like that. I really do like that. And yet, I think if they were to announce a live stream, shall we say, and you would be talking, then they'd get a lot of new subscribers. And we both want the same thing. We want our movement to grow. We don't want what's the word I'm looking for, GST? We don't want personal recognition. We want to do what we do for the cause. And I know that's what you want as well.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Is you know, like I say, it's trying to find a movement of people that. Oh, am I still? Am I froze?
Yeah,
I look like you froze. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, I look like you froze. You're a good statue then. But yeah, it's you know, I want to find a movement that necessarily we can't really put out there, you know, because my main thing is I've been open and honest about it. There's only one way we're going to solve the problems that we've got in society, and it's not by the vote, and it's not by standing around in town centres with flags. To be honest with you, it's going to take a lot more, and you can't really be putting stuff like that out there. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm out for. So, you know, as soon as it does kick off, because it will, I'll make sure I'm there. You know, and if it's one of them, I've had a few times now where I've had unwanted attention off the police, and I'm just like, well, if I start down this route now and I start getting things like I know like Ryan Ferguson was at Bristol on on Saturday, and
Yeah.
he's just there reeling off about all these charges that he's got, and how like he's always getting stopped, he's always getting interviewed. He can't fart without the police knowing. And I don't want to get to that point if I'm trying to do what I'm trying to do, if you know what I mean.
Well, the problem is now, I think you're already well known, and you're probably on a watch list. For a start, and I'm not blowing smoke up your ass, right? You're intelligent, you're articulate, yeah. You don't need a piece of paper with a speech on. You can speak from straight here, and they're not fools. They can recognize an intelligent man and a real threat to the establishment. So they're probably watching you already, my friend. Maybe go silent for a while. Look for a movement.
Yeah.
Problem is, I'm not sure that you're the kind of man who would fit into a disciplined movement, because you seem much like me in that you're your own man. You've got your own opinions, and if you think something's not going to be done right, you were going to speak out about it, and that can upset a lot of people on the right, because the right seems to have so many egotistical people.
Oh, we're so divided at the minute, aren't we? We're so divided at the minute, and I hate that. I hate that with a passion. You know, people need to really set aside their differences, because, you know, forever you say one thing wrong, two things wrong, or, you know, it just goes wild. Like I had a few good conversations. And I had a few good conversations on Saturday. Right at the end was with a couple of lefties. One was a student, and another one was quite an elderly gentleman. And at the start, I had one with there was a woman on she used to be on Coronation Street or something, and I was having good conversations with her. And in the live, people are saying, "Why are you shaking hands with that person? Why are you doing that?" And it's just like the person's come for a chat. The person's actually genuinely come and stood for a chat. So we need to respect that, you know.
Absolutely, but I got to say something to you, GST. I spoke with a London TV theatre producer. They were thinking about doing a play about the right, and they wanted to know what someone on the right thought. So they interviewed me and stuff like that. And I wanted to put our case over, and I wanted to show this playwright of the West End that we were not all monsters, and we agreed on almost every single issue: banking, public utilities, war. We agreed on almost everything except immigration, you know. And we didn't part enemies. We certainly didn't part friends, but there was at least some understanding. You must talk. You won't win over the less intellectual ones. You will win over those capable of thinking. And it sounds to me, you met someone, the ones who chat to you from the left are the ones worth talking to, because they can be won over. But you won't win them over if you just say, I'm not talking to you, because that's the language of the left. They don't want their people talking to us, because they know that they have no real arguments. That's my opinion, anyhow.
No, definitely. Yeah, like I say, it's one of them. Like they always go back to the same thing, and this is why I think it's quite easy sometimes to debate. You know, it's always the ones you get. The normal ones are, well, what about the white people that commit all the crime? Another one is like refugees are fleeing war. You know, you just get the same thing over and over again. You know, it just. I think the thing that baffles me, honestly, and I'll say this, is just people think like the biggest problem are, you know, people that are not native English, for example. The white native liberals are the biggest threat to our culture and our society at the minute. People have seen it now. I've had so many chats. You know, I had an African gentleman and his sister in Loughborough. They were like, listen, if you guys went to war with the Islamists and these liberals, I would fight with you. And it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, people are turning around and saying, like, you know, don't listen to that guy because of the color of his skin. And it's like, but he's literally turning around and saying he respects white culture. He knows Britain should be 80-90% white British, because that's the country that his family came to, really settled here and loved it here. And then you've got these white liberals that are literally showing up these signs like refugees welcome here, refugees welcome here. You know, it's there's no such thing as an illegal. You just think, fuck these all off to Palestine. It's crazy.
Well, you know, I'm really hardcore, real hardcore.
Yeah.
But I'm also pragmatic. I can understand what you're saying about that black guy you were talking about who respects our values and stuff like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You go to all these white middle class areas, and you'll have like a black family. They'll just absolutely love being there. You know, they'll love the community that is in, and it's like, you know, if you're going to come here, respect that you're in a white British country, respect that you've got the values and cultures that you need to follow, and you follow the laws. Don't break the rules. You know, it's the same sense if someone went to Japan, someone went to Africa, someone went to China, something like that. You know, you show respect and you don't mess about.
I understand what you're saying, but the fact that you and I are having this conversation now is it'll be reported in some nationalist circles that, wait a minute, GST, the Green Arrow, they're not purists. They are saying that some black people are okay and it's okay if they live here. They'll use that as an attack. And I often wonder, I have to make a point here, GST. I often wonder if these purists, call them purists, really do have the best interests of our country at heart. They're just not pragmatic. You know, you said that black guy said that he'd like to see it 90% white. Yeah, I could settle for 90% white, and I could settle for 10% of the black people that you spoke about living here peacefully, abiding by the law and being good. They're not all rappers and stuff like that. But 100%. We will be, mark my words, we will be condemned for having this conversation.
Listen, but like I say, if anybody genuine, and I'll say this, if anybody genuine has a problem with that, let me know a town centre, let me know a city centre. I will come down in my car. I will come down and sit and have a chat with you. If people want to make threats, let's get in the boxing ring. Let's get in a cage. It means nothing to me. You know, like it's at the end of the day, I'm willing to die for my views. So if there's too many people that are literally getting that mindset of I'm gonna segregate myself and segregate myself and segregate myself to the point where they will be stood in a room on their own and they've achieved fuck all. That's the reality of it. We are in a desperate situation. We are losing our culture. We are losing our history. And when you want to just lose all sight of common sense, you're just going to end up creating a bad name for yourself, a bad name for the movement, and it's just going to get us nowhere.
Yeah.
And I'll die on that hill. I'll die on that hill.
Yeah, no, I'm in agreement with you, GST. I'm in agreement with you. But it's very easy to get disillusioned, isn't it? Especially, as you said, when you're at the demonstrations and you realize that, are they really doing anything? Are they? I'd still go, especially the ones you want to go to. And that's the problem. The thing is, if I said I want to go, said to my wife, I want to go on a demonstration with GST, that would be it. You're the bad boy on the block I'm not allowed to play with. Yeah. Don't go play with GST. Go play with Timmy down the other road. Yeah. You can't go with GST.
You know something. I'll tell you this. I went to Bristol and I was like, yep, I'm going to be sensible. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to sit with my table. But straight away, it was doomed from the start. Honestly, we got to this square. You'll see it on the live. We got to this square, and you could see the Patriots like 50 meters in front of us. And the police officer was like, "No, you've got to go all the way around." And he was like, "What the hell are you talking about?" And then he started pushing us. And it was like, "Right, okay, we'll have an argument about that." And I was like, "You're a disgrace to your uniform." And then I was like, "Right, I'm going to calm myself down now. I'll get to the other side." Straight away, within 5 minutes of being there, he was like, "Oh, you fascist, I'm going to slit your throat." And I was just like, "Yeah, that's it. I've lost it now." I was like, come down there, let's go.
Yeah.
I wanted to behave myself.
If I was laying siege to a city and I wanted someone to lead the forlorn hope where there's no chance of survival, but glory if you do survive, I'd say, send GST, let him command the forlorn hope. He'll get to the top of that wall.
Oh,
all right.
We'd have a Spartan death. Yeah, we'll have a beautiful
we'd be
death.
fighting to see who's first up the wall. Yeah. And if one of us made it, that would be a win. Oh well.
Yeah.
Oh. Did you enjoy Bristol though? Did you? I love it when there's a bit of action.
Yeah, like I said, I loved it overall, but like in all honesty, like you come away and you start like reflecting on things, like you realise that we were just pissing off all the locals, and you know most of Bristol was like that. That's the main thing I think is, you know, when you start to piss off the locals, when you start to get a sense of that, you're like, ah, shit. That's when you're just like, I just wish the locals would come and speak to us. But because you've got one side effing and blinding, the other side effing and blinding, somebody, and this, because it's the main thing, it's the silent majority that we need to win over. Because unfortunately, the silent majority don't vote. The silent majority listen to mainstream media. And, you know, until we can get the ears of the silent majority, Bristol are never, ever going to get a sniff in. They're not. And that's my problem overall. I'm quite philosophical in that sense of I can look at the overall goals of it. You know, I've been to some protests where straight away people will get together and then they'll start blasting out music, which it's like, get your speeches out the way with first. Actually talk to people first. Stand there and just say hello to people. And then, you know, if people want to F and blind at you, don't F and blind at them back. Just call them over for a chat and see if you can get them on side. But instead, it's like blast out the music, and then all the locals are like, fuck you and your fucking shit.
Yeah, well, I told you about that. I think I told you this story before where I was rolling around in the gutter with some Reds, and we was outnumbered. They come off worse. And I was rolling around in the gutter, and that woman, a civilian, walked by and said, keep your gutter politics off our streets, as I was rolling around in the gutter with the Red, you know. And I realized to her, she just didn't want to see it, and she didn't want to know. She wasn't interested in what the Red had to say or what the National Socialist had to say. She just wasn't interested. To her, we were just rolling around in the gutter.
Yeah, essentially just scumbags, aren't you? Just scumbags. Yeah. You know, it's that mentality of like, I almost look at it as like, if you know, 20, 30 years ago, if somebody walked past two football hooligans, they might even support the team of one of the hooligans, and they'd just be like, oh, they're just fucking thugs, the pair of them. Yeah. Do you see what I'm saying? And that's the image that if we carry on down that route, we've got to, it makes good content, you know, like one of the main things for me that I took away from it is I had some really good conversations with some police officers, but at the same time, like my t-shirt was ripped by a copper, my tripod was broke by a copper, and the young lad that I was with, we had to wait till about 8 o'clock at night before he was released from the police station. But she openly turned around and said, because I was offended as a woman by what he said, that's why I arrested him. So now the body cam footage of that police officer has now just gone missing. And it's like, right, okay, so you're covering it up now. But it's like, well, we've got it on camera exactly what you've said, because you've openly turned around and said, as a woman, I found what he said offensive, and that's why I arrested him. And then I said, well, you've just said this on camera. It's like, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I said, well, there you go then. It's on camera. So we'll have a look at that. But yeah, like I say, it's given me some good eye openers and really made me have a heightened sense of certain things as well. Like I trust some police officers, but I don't trust the same amount. And I certainly don't trust the systems that they work for. They're just horrendous. There was an order in place in the city centre, no masks, and not a single mask was taken off.
I heard you asking them. You pointing that out to them. I think if you'd been wearing a mask, though, they'd have been onto you like, like a rash all over you. I tell you what, Jesty, you should. I'm going to put some. I was in Abergavenny today. I posted that little bit of drone footage as I was driving home. I don't know if you saw it. It's quite beautiful. You'd like it. I don't know if you've been to Abergavenny. I'm going to post some footage off my body cam that I was wearing just to give people a feel of the place. And it would be a perfect place for one of your stalls. And it would be interesting to see what the attitude of the local people are there. It really works.
Is it the one where the high street is like in a big square and like it's all like under a roof?
Well,
Is it that one?
you've got an arcade and stuff. Look, let me put the footage up tomorrow, and you'll see
Yeah,
it
yeah.
straight away, and you'll see how perfect it is.
Yeah, I have delivered. I have
It's a
delivered.
cl-
I have delivered there. I have delivered there a few times. There's a route that we do where we start off at Aberystwyth, then I do
Yeah, wow.
Haverford West, then I do
Yeah.
Haverford West, and then we come down and then go like Lanelli and stuff like that as well, all around
Yeah,
there.
we further. It'd be easy. Abergavenny is very easy to get to. It's got a train station just outside.
Yeah.
It is the perfect place, and it hasn't been diversified yet. I've seen one or two new people, shall we call them? It's a more affluent area, if you like, more
Yeah,
affluent.
yeah. I
It's got
did
all
get
the
that.
stuff.
I did get that opinion, to be honest with you, because a lot of places, unfortunately, are starting to look very run down now, aren't they? You know,
Well, we lost the sound, guys. Are you still there, my friend? Is signal? Nothing. Well, we'll be winding the stream up at 9, guys. I've got some videos to do. I don't think I'll do tonight. We'll play a couple of tunes. We'll play Lily's tune. I don't know if Lily's still with us. She's asked for us that song. She wants to play it to her pole. She's got 2 poles in her life. No. We've lost you, GST. Guys, am I coming through? Oh, you are back. I was just saying we'll be winding up
sorry,
at 9 o'clock. But do think about it. Have a look at the footage tomorrow, GST. Please keep me posted.
Yeah,
You've got my email address, and I take a great interest in what you do, obviously. I think you're the future. At least I hope so. I hope so.
Wow. Yeah, like I say, I mean, it's one of them, like, the main thing is I say to everybody, you know, a lot of people that I do find that are complaining about what we do, like people like me and you do, they're not getting out and they're not talking to people, you know, they're not actually opening their minds to certain things. And that's what I'm saying. If anybody genuinely is offended by anything I say, I would openly turn around and say, I put my email now in my channel, you know, so email me, we'll have a phone conversation, we'll have a video call. I will come down and meet you. You know, I've based everything on my experiences. You know, I've been around, I've been there on my own, but I've been with other people as well. And I've talked to people. I've talked to people in city centres. People have seen it by now, you know. And for everything that I've done on camera, I've done about 50 things off camera.
Yeah,
you know,
I understand.
Because a lot of times where people see me at my table, they'll say, "Oh, I'll come and talk to you, but I want to talk to you off camera." And my main thing is, I'm not, you know, if somebody genuinely doesn't want to be on camera, I respect that, which is why a lot of the times I get a lot of complaints because I'll point the camera down. But if someone's having a decent conversation with like me and you, and I know they don't want to be filmed, I will respect that. And I would rather get that conversation out and just film a flaw.
Yeah, that's a good thing. I regret now. The other day I was in Ebervale and I started talking to 2 people and I said, "Do you mind if I record this conversation?" They said, "Well, we don't mind talking to you, but we wouldn't like our faces on." And I thought, oh, mucking around. And I regret now. I should have just said, "Okay, fine. I won't film your faces. I'll won't film you. I'll just record you." And I regret saying no. And I didn't do it. But what you've just said then, now, it would have been better for me to have done that than get nothing, if you like.
Yeah,
100%. Genuinely like their perspective.
Yeah, even like pointing the camera at the floor, and then when you know uploading it to a video editor and just putting a picture over the top of it. You know, I think people, it's just something. You know, we have to have these conversations, and I'll happily talk to anybody. You know, like in the same sense of, I've talked to people like Ryan Ferguson. I've talked to then people that, you know, I've talked to transsexuals. I've talked to gay people. I've talked to anybody.
Yeah, you talked to me. There's a comment there. I don't know if you can see it. GST.
Portland Andy. Oh, very nice. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know
My frustration with doing the live though is just the signal. Honestly, like I tell you something, the footage would have looked absolutely awesome when me and I call him Christian Crusader Kyle because he's really into his Christianity at the minute. Was just me and him in the middle of all of the left. It was absolutely insane. And there was this one lad who had a flat peak hat on, and he was literally like, "If the police weren't here, I would fucking destroy you." And I was like, "Listen," I said, "the police are not going to see me and you here." I said, "We are surrounded by your people. Take a swing." And like he was there, like, "Yeah, fascists are not welcome here. Refugees welcome." Blah 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 blah. And he was walking around with a Nike "Just Do It" t-shirt. And I literally said to him, I said, "You do realise that you're on about slavery and stuff like that. Your t-shirt is probably made in Vietnam by children." It's like,
Yeah.
no, it's not. No, it's not. I was like, "Get it up on Google then." And he was just like, "Come on then, we'll fight. And it's like, I've just been stood next to you for 10 minutes and you didn't say a fucking thing.
But then again, you know, GST, I got to say this. Is there any point interacting with these people at any level? As you say, let's just assume that he'd had a drink to give him enough courage to take a pop at you, right?
Mm.
You know, how would it help our cause if you were to be injured? It wouldn't. It wouldn't.
So, I mean, to be honest with you, I'd like to think I could take a punch. But I think the main thing is, I think it's absolutely important that stuff like that does get filmed, because him doing that, somebody else would look at that footage, somebody like central left or wherever else, or maybe even centre right or even centre, and say, they'll look at a conversation like that and say, "Well, we can see who the violent person in that equation is. Maybe I need to rethink my life. Maybe I need to rethink how I'm going about things." It's like, why is it that person came into the middle, wasn't afraid to talk to people, and then he was the one that got punched and hit? Yeah, there'll be about 100, 150 people cheering, in the sense of, like, you know, if I got killed on the streets of Bristol, there'd probably be people laughing and joking about it.
Of course,
But
yeah.
there'll be probably 3, 4, 5 people that will wake up from the nonsense. And that's what we do, just little bit by little bit. You know, if me getting beaten to death in the streets is going to help people wake up, then why would I say no to that?
Well, possibly people didn't like it when young Bob got attacked on the streets, did they? So
exactly. Look how that.
I can see your point there. No, sorry, mate. I just didn't want that there. No, you're absolutely right. Yeah. The trouble is, people like you and I, when I was in, where was it? Oh, I can't remember. I don't know. I mean, as soon as I got there, I was straight at their throats. Well, that's not the way to conduct a report, is it? Jumping into the front line and wading in. No, don't change, GST. I like you the way you are. I hope you sort out in your mind just what it is you want to do. If you do find the right way forward, let me know so I can follow you. And I'll
like I say, I'll put it up. And like I say, if I can, I'll try and arrange a time where I can come to Abergavenny. Definitely, I just give me an excuse to go to Pembrokeshire, to be honest with you, and I'll drop in there on the way either back or on the way there. But
absolutely. I'll buy you a cup of coffee or a pint or something like that. I don't know, Shandy, not if you're driving. But certainly, you can pick up some nice sourdough bread there. I bought 2 loaves today.
But no, like I say, I definitely, if people are wanting to get their message out in their local town centre, you know, get me an email across. I've got it in my description, and you know, I'll see what I can do. Like I say, I'm not going up there to film myself. I'll help other people now. To be honest with you, I'll see what I can do long term. But at the minute, I need to focus on my fitness, my health, and I want to start networking properly and stay off the radar for a bit. Like I'm having to change my number now, because I'm literally just getting text after text after text from different police forces at the minute, saying I've been involved in this incident, and I'm like, no, I haven't. You can get stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you give one of them your number, they all know it, and
absolutely. And
yeah,
of course,
I want to go back. I want to go up with
and
it.
if they've got it, the left have got it, and then all the threats start, and it's pointless because they're usually from a burner phone. You were saying about your problem with the internet. I think because I've got top of the range Starlink because of my location, they said I'm entitled to a free, but it's not free, mobile Starlink, with a satellite dish and stuff like that. And you just take it out with you and you can plonk it down as a baseline. Well, yeah, if we were on patrol somewhere and we needed satellite communications, it would be useful. But I doubt very much if I was to get it and pay for the extra, you have to pay for its usage then. I'd get the kit free because of our current setup. But if I was to turn up, say, in Abergavenny with Starlink mobile, we could get away with that. But probably in Bristol, that kind of kit wouldn't last 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, honestly. Oh, it was horrendous. It was absolutely bonkers. Like, it's... I knew it was going to be. I think the disappointing thing was like the police. There were more police than there were bloody protesters. To be honest with you, there were hundreds of police all from over Wales. Even officers from Llandudno were there. It was crazy.
I can just see it now up at police headquarters. They complain and say these damn bloody protesters. Our Facebook arrests are down by 95% this week. So there you go. You're doing a service. 95%. So
well, you know what though? So honestly, some of them were a good laugh. I'll tell you, there was one police officer who just was aggressively pushing me. And I said to him, I said, the reason why you're pushing me and I'm not pushing you back is because you've got your uniform on. And then about 5 minutes later, it was like, you got a good point there. I was like, and then it's like, I am sorry. I was like, yeah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
He's probably an ex-serviceman. He sounds like
probably, probably.
Yeah. Probably the good ones are the ones who served in the armed forces.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Should we start to wind it up, GST, then?
Yeah. I'll get going because I need to get some sleep.
Well,
but
I'm going to play that. Lily's asked for a song now. She specifically mentioned in it. It's about, and there's absolutely no truth in me having affairs with 6 of our channel members. I am not romantically involved with Lily, Helen, Kirsty. You. Well, if I was a girl, I'd be throwing my knickers at you. I tell you, the girls in the room go daft when you come on. They go daft.
Oh,
they really do. GST. They fantasize about you. I'm going to be crude, yeah. They get wet thinking about you.
Oh
GST.
dear. I'm going.
You go. They're too excited now. I'll be a poor substitute after you, and of course I've been muted. So I'm over. I'm going to play this song. Listen to the song. Stay there. Listen to the song. Then it's for Lily. She's waited long enough. We'll go over on the side. Not a purple penguin. We'll see if we can get this song. Not there. Let's go back. Yeah. Where are you gone? No, you don't want that one. That's for sure. They've had enough of that one. Why do I do it? Sorry about this, GST.
What?
Oh, tired I am now, but here it is. Okay, stand by, Kirsty. It's coming up. Somewhere. Hold on there. Wow, Kev K's got that many songs out now. GST is absolutely incredible. It is absolutely incredible. Playlist. Here we go. Pause.
I am going to shoot. I have got a phone call coming, but I will listen in after I've took this phone call. Anyway.
Okay, brother.
Yeah,
okay,
no
you
worries.
take care then.
Thanks for having me anyway. Thanks for having me, buddy.
My pleasure. You take care, my friend. Ta-ra, brother. Stand by, Lily. Here's your song. This one's for Lily. Here we go.
Good evening, folks. Welcome aboard. This is the Green Arrow broadcasting live. And before we begin, I'd just like to make one thing perfectly clear. I love my wife. Right. Now we've got that on the record. There's Kirsty when she joins the chat. And Paul sits up with pride. He straightens up his headphones and sucks his belly inside. She only types, "Good evening, Paul." But that's enough, you see. He's planned the church, the honeymoon, and where they'll plant the tree. Steady as she goes, sailor. Oh, Kirsty, Claire, and Tracy, Jenny, Lily, Helen, too. The Green Arrow falls in love again. Each time one says, "How do?" He's the captain of the airwaves. He's a devil-may-care rogue. But he's married and he's neutered, so there's nowhere he can go. All hands on deck, his heart's gone astray. 6 lovely women and a wife in the way. He can dream about his ladies from Blaina to Peru, but the Green Arrow's been neutered. There's bugger all he can do. Now Claire appears on Paul's live stream. He nearly drops his tea. Good God, he whispers softly. She's clearly flirting with me. She hasn't said a bloody word. She's talking to Kev Cake. But Paul has read between the lines. She's practically his fiancée. I've always understood women.
No, you bloody haven't.
Then Tracy wanders into chat, and Paul's in love once more. His heart begins to flutter. His headphones hit the floor. She types a little smiley face. That's all the poor girl did. But Paul's already checking flights and wondering where they live. Warning! Crush detected! Oh, Kirsty, Claire, and Tracy, Jenny, Lily, Helen, too. The Green Arrow falls in love again. Each time one says, "How do?" He survived the bloody Navy. He sailed through storm and gale, but put a woman in his live chat, and the captain's off the rails. All hands on deck, man overboard. Paul's seen another woman and he's fallen in love once more. He can splice the bloody main brace. He can dream the whole night through. But the Green Arrow's been neutered. There's bugger all he can do. Then Jenny says, "Hello there, Paul." He whispers, "She's the one." We tell him, "Paul, you said that twice. And it's only 1:30. He dedicates a record, puts Barry White on cue, then accidentally tells the stream, "Jenny, this one's just for you." Paul?
Yes?
Your wife's listening. Shit. Then Lily joins the madness, and Paul begins to grin. He checks that Mrs. Arrow has definitely not logged in. Ahoy there, lovely Lily! Our Romeo declares. Then hears a noise behind him and nearly falls downstairs. I was talking about the weather. Then Helen joins the broadcast. Paul's heart goes boom, boom, boom. He sprays himself with aftershave. He's sitting in his bloody room. He lowers down his radio voice, all velvet deep and slow. Well, hello there, Helen.
Paul?
Good evening, Helen. Valued member of our listening community. Oh, once he was a sailor.
destiny in hand. But years have passed since Navy days. His wandering days are through. He's still got 6 imaginary girlfriends, but his wife has got him screwed.
They're not girlfriends. Squash it. They're listeners. Squash it. They're friends. Squash it. I'm a professional broadcaster. Bollocks. Oh, Kirsty, Claire and Tracy, Jenny, Lily, Helen too. You've stolen Paul's heart away 6 bloody times by 2. He's the Green Arrow of the airwaves. He's Britain's Romeo. But he's married and he's neutered, so there's nowhere he can go. Shiver me timbers, slice the main brace. Every time a woman joins, there's that bloody look upon his face. From the valleys down in Blaina, his romantic dreams sail through. But the Green Arrow's been neutered. There's bugger all he can do.
Mrs. Green Arrow.
Paul?
Yes, darling. What are you singing about? Maritime history.
Paul?
Yes, darling. With a bloody hell of Kirsty, Claire, Tracy, Jenny, Lily, and Helen. Abandoned ship.
What to do, what to do. I just don't know what to do with myself. What do I do now? What do I do now? Too tired to make that video. Can't even remember what it was about. Oh yeah. Mainstream media are having a go at, I think it was Nigel Farage. Because Farage said, I think it was Farage, it might have been Rupert, but we know what Farage is like. He'll grab anything from Restore Britain. They were poking fun at him because Farage said, deport all the criminals to El Salvador. And what was I saying months and months ago? I said we should send all the prisoners to El Salvador where they can get the treatment they deserve. And the mainstream media said this is a ludicrous idea. It can't be that ludicrous if Nigel Farage wants to jump on the bandwagon. Might have got the idea from me. I mean, we outsource our computer companies to India. We outsource our security services to India. All the security guards that you see everywhere have been outsourced to India. Our consultancies are outsourced to India. So why not outsource our prisons to El Salvador? I think it's great, especially if you've seen what the inside of a Salvadorian prison looks like. Yeah, they really like it. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Anyhow, that's the video I was going to do, but now I'm too tired. So I'll play another song. A night attack on the mountain, Steve says I should do. Funnily enough, I was thinking about getting lights for the drone. It's a bit small. And that's, I can't tell you. I can't tell you. Be careful now. You get the channel shut down if I told you. Right. Okay, you've had your song. Did Paul like it? Did the other Paul? Yeah. Did your Paul like it? Hey, I suppose it's useful, me having the same name as Paul. Yeah, that is really useful. I could see where that might come in handy. Yeah, ever fantasizing about sort of someone with the same name, and you call their name out in a moment of passion. You're not going to make a mistake I did and use the wrong name. Oh, let's have this song. Come Back to Me. Share this tab. Tonight only in Love Again. Oh.
Come back, come back, come back to me. I still remember when you held me tight. We shared our dreams beneath the stars
each night. Now I'm all alone with tears that won't dry. Wondering, darling, why'd we say goodbye?
Why'd you say goodbye?
Every little prayer I whisper, every lonely tear I cry, we're still dreaming. Don't say goodbye. Come back to me. Don't break my heart. Come back. Don't stay apart. Every dream we built together fell apart too soon. Come home soon. Every little street still knows your name. Nothing in this world feels quite the same. People smile, but they don't understand. I'm still reaching for your hand, still reaching. If I had one wish tomorrow, I'd spend it all on you. Only you, only you. Come back to me.
Come back.
Don't break my heart. Come back.
Come back.
Don't stay apart. Every dream we built together fell apart too soon. Come home soon.
Maybe someday,
Maybe someday
you'll remember me.
you'll remember me.
Maybe someday,
Maybe someday
you'll come back to stay.
come back to me.
Come back.
Come back to me. Don't break my heart. Please don't leave my lonely heart. I'll keep waiting by the window like I always do.
Waiting just for you.
I'll love you forever, forever, no matter where you are. Come back, you're still my one true love. Come
Oh,
back to me. Ooh, should you come back to me?
last song now, guys. Last song. Don't know what it is. This is the last song. A good one. They're all good. First, it's got the Green Arts.
Without you, the morning came, you had to go. You smiled, but tears were in your eyes. I watched you fade beyond the road, like sunlight leaving evening skies. Now every street remembers us, the places where we'd laugh all day. Without your hand inside of mine, the world has somehow lost its way. They can keep us far apart, but they'll never own my heart. Every minute without you feels like 1,000 years. Every night I whisper your name through a million silent gentle kiss upon my face. Your warm embrace still lingers here. The only memories fill this place. Each lonely dawn, each empty night makes every hour harder still. The world's too quiet without your voice. No silence ever could be still. If forever asked a price, I'd gladly pay it all. I'd walk through every storm alone if you'd be there when I fall. No chain can hold what love has made. No wall can keep two hearts apart. The road is long, the night is cold, but home is where you are. Every minute without you feels like a lifetime gone. Every dream keeps leading me back into your arms. They may never understand the love we never chose. You're the answer to every prayer, the only home I've known. So until the day we're free, I'll carry you inside of me for every minute without you is one less minute till we're together forever. One more sunrise, one more kiss. Hold on, my love, I'm coming home.
Okay, guys, time to close the stream. Want to say goodnight? Say goodnight to your fellow patriots. Say it now. Okay. What do we always say? Good night, Kirsty. Just waiting for some green hearts. You know, we can't. There they are. 3, 6, 7. And oh, you're back now, are you, Kev? You're back, just as I'm closing the stream. Yeah, been waiting for you all night. You're getting as bad as Jim Dowson for not being around when you needed. I'll talk to Jim in the morning. Oh, take care, 404. Kev says, wait, let me tell you what, I bet Kev's going to say he's got a new song. 2215. I had to do song. I was going to ask if you had a new song. 2215. That's an hour away, my friend. I'm sorry I can't do it. I'm too tired. Really tired. You'll have to save it for tomorrow. Not sure I'm going to be about tomorrow, guys. I've got so much to do in my personal life. Nothing ever, well, time-consuming stuff to do tomorrow. Time-consuming stuff. Don't want to do it. Rather do a live stream than do it, to be honest. That song's not going to be ready until 10:15. Is that right then, Kev? Am I right? Well, if you premiere it, I can I'll log back on and I'll watch it then. I can watch it in Discord now. Okay, I'll come over. I'll close the stream and I'll come and watch it. Guys, you really should consider joining our Discord channel. You know, like when everyone else goes home, you're out on the lash on a Saturday night, and a couple of them slink off on their own because they're members of a private club that you can't get into. Well, that's what the Vinyl Arms is like. It's like a private club. Yeah. It's where all the cool kids go. Okay, guys, you've been listening to Paul Morris, The Green Arrow. Sorry about Jim Dowson not turning up, but we were lucky enough to have Freedom Dad on. He was brilliant, as always. And then we had the excellent Jest. He seems to be having a little bit of identity crisis, not sure which direction to go in. I can understand that. I've been there myself. what is the right path for him as a person, and what is the right path for his channel. Who can say? Who can say? Okay, what do we always say? Well, no, we don't. We say, Aye, vote low, restore Britain, follow the bear, stay safe, stay strong, see you on the next one. And did I say my name's Paul Morris, the Green Arrow? I did. I've said it again. That's a wrap. Bye, guys. Thanks for tuning in. See you over in the tap room.